So coming to stand at the back of your mat, your feet can be any distance away from each other. Just make sure it feels comfortable and stable. And then if it feels comfortable and safe for you, you can close your eyes. If you don't want to close your eyes, you can just fix your gaze somewhere on the floor in front of you. Before we do anything, just take a moment, taking a couple deep breaths, and just check in with your body. Notice if there's any areas that might feel discomfort or pain. Also notice areas that feel comfortable and strong. And without having to fix or amplify or change, just notice those things. And then gently place your hands on your lower abdomen, so right below your navel or your belly button. And we're going to practice what we call exhale technique in the mini yoga lineage. This person. So as you inhale, you can expand into your lower abdomen. And then as you exhale, gently pull the lower abdomen in. So it doesn't have to be a big sucking in, it's just a gentle hug in. Inhale, expanding your lower abdomen. Exhale, gently hugging in. And just practice this a few times on your own. Expanding as you inhale, breathing into your hands. Exhale, hugging in the lower abdomen. Feeling the hands pull in. Take a couple more breaths like this. As you do this, bring to mind someone or some being, it could be a pet, that is so easy for you to love. Bring to mind a person or a being that is so easy for you to love. The first person or animal that comes into your mind is perfect. And just notice any feelings that come up when you think about this being. And then think to them. May you be at ease. May you be at peace. And any other kind words you would like to say to them. And then just keeping this being in mind with you for the next little bit. Release your arms by your side if you haven't already. As you inhale, bring the arms just a little bit out to the side. As you exhale, hands pull back by your sides. Also pull the lower abdomen in. Inhale, bring the arms a little bit more to the side. Expand. Exhale, hands back down by your side. Lower abdomen pulls in. So continue like this a couple rounds on your own. And you can practice going a little bit wider or a little bit higher. But if you start to feel pain in your shoulders or in your neck, then that's where you stop and you go a little lower after that. And we're also going to practice the breath just a little bit before the movement. So you inhale for 1 or 2 counts and then you move. And then you exhale for 1 or 2 counts and then you move. Inhale for 1 or 2 counts, then you move. Exhale 1 or 2 counts, then you move. Do this 2 more times on your own. Again, you're welcome to close your eyes or just soften the muscles around your eyes. After that second round, just relax your arms by your side. Take a couple breaths here. Next time you inhale, bring the arms forward and up. Exhale again, pull the lower abdomen in, bend the knees slightly, folding in. Inhale, bring your arms by your ears. Come all the way back up to stand, lift up through the heart and the arms. Exhale, fold back in. So again, breath just a little bit before movement. And just continuing to move on your own. I didn't mention this before, but you're also welcome to practice an ujjayi or ocean sounding breath. This just means you have a slight contraction in the back of the throat. As you inhale and exhale, it sounds like ocean waves. Let's just do 2 more rounds like this. And we'll come back to standing. Two more rounds of Uttanasana, and then we'll come back to standing. When you're done, we'll just rest your arms by your side. Take a couple breaths. So we're going to step into a warrior 2. So turn your left toes out a little bit, like at a 45-degree angle, and take the right foot forward. So different from warrior 1, where our hips are squared forward. For warrior 2, our hips are squared towards the long side of our mat. So I was thinking about this the other day. I was at this children's yoga book for my daughter, and it says, warrior 1, I have peace for myself. Warrior 2, I have peace for others. So I thought this was a good pose to incorporate for today. So as you inhale, we're going to bend the right knee, extend the arms out to the sides. And then as you exhale, straighten your right leg, arms float by your side. Inhale, extend the arms, bend the knee. Exhale, straighten the leg, arms by the side. So similar to when we were standing and bring the arms out and back, the inhale is about expanding and the exhale is about contracting. Breath a little bit before movement. Inhale is about expanding. Exhale is about contracting. So continuing like this a couple rounds on your own. And I always think about expansion and contraction. It's important to have both. I think often we want to maybe just have one, right? So we want to expand, 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 grow, 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 right? Not really realizing that to grow, you also have to kind of pull in, right? We need to have a little bit of balance. Or we might just want to be inward, 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 not realizing that we also have to expand. I think it's good to really find that balance between the two. So continuing to move on your breath. Continuing to pull the lower abdomen when you exhale. Just do 2 more rounds like this. And you'll finish with your legs straight, arms by your side. So after that second round, right leg straight, arms by your side. Good. So keeping the right leg straight, inhale, extend both arms again. And this time as you exhale, take your right hand onto your right leg, your shin, your ankle, maybe your foot, and reach the left arm up. If you want a little extra side body stretch in the left side of the body, you can extend your left arm by your left ear. So your arms either here or reaching up towards the ceiling. 5 deep breaths in and out of your nose. For 4. For 3. For 2. Good. Slightly bend your right knee. Take both hands onto the floor. We're going to step back into a downward facing dog. So take a little time here to maybe shake a leg out, shake an ankle out. Maybe pedal your feet out, finding some little movements here. Continuing to breathe in and out of your nose. We really want to press your hips up towards the ceiling so you really get a back stretch. I think one of the tricky things about this posture is we might think it's a hamstring stretch, but it's actually more about the spine. So bend your knees, even if it's just a little bit. As you inhale, we're going to shift our body forward, lower the knees to the ground, lift up the heart. And then as you exhale, we're going to come back to a downward facing dog. Inhale, shifting forward, lower the knees, lift the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Do that 2 or 3 more times on your own. When you're done, we'll just come to a forward fold at the back of the mat. So when you're done with those rounds, walk your feet wide, walk your hands to your feet, bend your knees. You can either let your arms hang towards the ground or hold on to opposite elbows. We're going to take about 3 deep breaths here. You can really relax your head. As you inhale, bring the arms by the ears, come all the way back up to stand. Reach up through the heart and the arms. Exhale, relax your arms by your side. Take a couple breaths here. especially if you feel a little lightheaded. Just take a moment, check back in with your feet. So again, we want a little bit of space between the feet. Doesn't really matter how much, but definitely point your toes forward. I know that might sound a little silly, but some folks might tend to turn in or turn out. We want to point the toes forward. So give our body a nice solid foundation. Again, place your hands to your lower abdomen. We're going to tune back into that exhale technique. So inhale, expanding through your abdomen. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, expand. Exhale, pull in. Continue like this a couple rounds on your own. And as you do this, bring to mind someone neutral. Bring to mind someone neutral. Maybe it's someone that you don't interact with very much, but you know their face, you know their name. Maybe it's a face of someone whose picture you saw this week that's in your mind. First person that comes to mind is perfect. So even though this person is supposed to be neutral, it's a little bit of a tricky category, right? Because when we meet people, if we remember them, they usually have some sort of impact on us. So even though they're supposedly neutral, notice if there is any sort of feeling about them when you think about them. It's okay if there is, it's okay if there isn't. And then think to this person. May you be at ease. May you be at peace. And any other kind words you'd like to say to them. And then when you're ready, relax your hands. We're going to step into Warrior Two on the other side. So this time the right toes turn out. Left foot takes a big step forward. It's a wide length, but it's not a very wide width. If that makes sense, right? So we've got space between our feet, but hips aren't squared to the front of the room, they're squared towards the mat. So as you inhale, bend the left leg, expand through the arms. Exhale, arms by your side, pull your lower abdomen in. Inhale, bend the front knee, expand the arms. Exhale, arms by your side, abdomen in, straighten right leg, left leg. Inhale, expand. Exhale, contract. So continuing like this a couple times on your own. You might notice when you pull your lower abdomen in as you straighten the front leg that your pelvis kind of shifts a little bit. Maybe it, tilts a little bit more upright. Maybe. Just kind of depends on what's naturally happening in your body. But just notice. As we move and breathe, and we contract, how does that feel? And as we move and breathe and expand, how does that feel? Not saying one is better than the other, just notice how they're different. Let's just take 3 more rounds like this. After your 3rd round, we'll just relax arms by the side, left leg straight. We're done with those 3 rounds, arms by the side, left leg straight. Inhale, expand both arms again. Exhale, take left hand onto ankle or shin or foot. You can either reach the right arm straight up towards the ceiling or stretch it by your ear. 5 deep breaths. For 4. For 3. For 2. Good. As you exhale, bend your left knee. Take both hands onto the floor. Step your left foot back to meet your right foot, downward facing dog. Again, pedal feet out, and any little movements here. If down dog doesn't feel okay in your body, you just lower your knees to the ground and you stay here. So either option, perfect. So if you're in a down dog, we're going to inhale, lower the knees to the ground, lift up through the heart. If you're not feeling down dog, take your hips towards your heels into child's pose or come into down dog. Exhale. Inhale, knees down, lift the heart. Exhale, child's pose or down dog. And then just do 2 more like that, choosing down dog or child's pose with your exhale. And then one last time, we're going to meet in a forward fold at the back of the mat. So you walk your hands towards your feet, take your feet as wide as you'd like, bend your knees, relax your head. 3 deep breaths here. For 2. And for 1. As you inhale, bring your arms by your ears, come all the way up to stand, lift up through the heart and the arms. Exhale, arms by your side. Take a couple breaths here, especially if you feel a little bit dizzy. We're going to do one last standing posture, and then we'll find our way to the floor. So we're going to do Utkatasana, which is chair pose or fierce pose, or it's also just like a squat. So what I'm going to have everyone do, even if you have super open Achilles, it's just nice to have a little extra support, is take the back of your mat, or you can take a blanket, and you can roll it up, and then take your heels onto the rolled up part of your mat or your blanket, just the heels, and then the ball mounds of your feet will be forward of that. And take your feet as wide as you can. So there's lots of space for your hips and for your knees to make room. So we're just going to do 5 squats when we get to that point. First, hands rest back onto the abdomen. Tune back into your exhale technique. This time, bring to mind someone difficult. This time, we're bringing to mind someone difficult. So maybe not the worst person ever to you specifically, but maybe someone you've interacted with this week. Something they said, something they didn't say, something they did, something they didn't do, rubbed you the wrong way. First person that comes to mind is perfect, even if it surprises you. Actually, especially if it surprises you. Notice how thinking about this person makes you feel in your body. And then think to them. May you be at ease. May you be at peace. And any other kind words you could say to them. Sometimes when someone really rubs us the wrong way, we don't want to wish them kind things. But you could at least think of, well, if they are happier, then maybe they will act differently. Sometimes I have to trick myself into being nice to people. Whatever gets you there, right? You could even call upon that feeling you felt towards your loved one and send some of that same love towards them. Just notice what that feels like. And relaxing your hands. We're just going to do 5 of our Utkatasana squats. So inhale, arms up. Exhale, toes and knees out, hips to heels, and then round in your spine. Inhale, arms by ears, come all the way up to stand. Exhale, come back down. So once you come all the way down, then you round, still pulling that lower abdomen when you exhale. Inhale, coming back up, lift up through the heart. And then just do that 3 more times on your own. Of course, if this is not okay for your body, you're done when you're done. That's also totally fine. We'll finish standing. Arms by the side. So when you're done with all of those rounds, you'll just come back to standing, arms by your side. Step off whatever you're stepping on. Take a few deep breaths here. Let's find our way into a comfortable seat. So we're going to extend the feet forward, legs facing, facing forward towards the front of the mat. And we're going to take the right foot to the inside of the left leg. So if you're familiar with tree pose, it's like tree pose, but we're seated, Janu Shirshasana. As you inhale, bring the arms up. As you exhale, pull the lower abdomen in, folding in. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, pull lower abdomen in, folding in. We're going to do 2 more like this, and then we'll stay down. So 2 more of the dynamic, and then you stay down. And stay here for 5 breaths. You can rest your hands on the floor. You can rest your hands on your leg. You can rest your hands on your foot. For 4. For 3. For 2. And for 1. Inhale, arms by ears, come all the way back up. Exhale, arms by your side. Good. So take your right ankle in front of your left ankle, Sukhasana or easy seat. And then we're going to fold over our legs here. So inhale, arms up. Exhale, folding in. Now, if folding in is way too much sensation, then you just stay seated and fold in to any degree that feels okay for you. We're going to stay here for 10 breaths. For 8. For 7. For 6. For 5. For 4. For 3. 2. 1. Inhale, arms up, come all the way up. Exhale, arms by your side. Good. So just extend your right leg, keep your left knee bent. Janu Shirshasana, other side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, folding in. Inhale, arms up, lift up. Exhale, folding in. Do 2 more like this, and then you'll stay down. Once you're down, stay there for 5 breaths. Again, hands can rest on the floor, on your leg, on your foot. For 4. For 3. For 2. And for 1. Inhale, arms up, come all the way up. Exhale, arms by your side. All right, right shin in front of left shin. Sukhasana. Sukha means easy, so this is technically called easy seat, but this isn't always like an easy seat for everyone, so don't feel bad if that you're like, not easy for me, no big deal. All right, so from here again, if it's too much to fold all the way forward, you just hinge forward a little bit. Any degree, any feeling of stretching your hips, that's what we're trying to get. So if you're gonna fold all the way in, inhale, arms up. Exhale, abdomen pulls in. Relaxing your upper body. 10 breaths. Notice if you're clenching your jaw, see if you can gently relax that. For 7. For 6. See if every exhale you can relax just a little bit more. for 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. Good. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms by your side. Okay. All right, we're going to find our way to lay on our backs. So you're welcome just to lay back if that feels good for you. I'm going to rotate this way so you can see a little bit better. Knees bent, feet flat on the floor. Again, rest your hands on your lower abdomen. Then come back into your exhale technique. Inhale, expanding. Exhale, contracting. Inhale, expanding. Exhale, contracting. As you do this, bring your attention to your body. Just like we did in the very beginning of class, do a little check-in. Noticing spaces that feel pain or discomfort. Also noticing places that feel ease, maybe strength. And then think to yourself, may I be at ease. May I be at peace. And any other kind words that you could say to yourself right now. This is also a good reminder that it's okay to rest. Effort is important, and it's good to rest. And rest is also important. Just like we need expanding and contracting, we need to bring our attention outward, and we need to bring our attention inward. And both are extremely necessary. One without the other is not sustainable. Just 2 more asanas, just 2 more postures. As you exhale, let both knees just kind of flop over to one side. Let's stay here for 1 breath. On the next inhale, you bring your knees back up to center. Exhale, flop knees to the other side. Stay 1 breath. Use your next inhale to come up. So you'll just repeat this a few times on your own. You're also welcome to stay longer than 1 breath in this posture if you'd like, but just make sure that it's, at least a little bit even on each side. So finish up whatever you need to finish so you're even on both sides. And then you'll bring your knees back up to center. And we're going to end with Apanasana. So you'll exhale, pull your knees in towards your chest. Inhale, bring your legs away from your body, holding onto your kneecaps. Exhale, pull your knees in towards your chest. Inhale, pull away your knees away, keeping your hands on your knees. Exhale, pulling in. Inhale, bringing away. And just repeat this a few times on your own. When you're done, you can release your feet to the floor. Either stay laying down or come up into a comfortable seat. So you're welcome to stay laying down, or you can come up into a comfortable seat. I will suggest if you're coming up to sit, to have something to sit on, just to give yourself a little bit more comfort. Wherever you are, just have your hands be in a comfortable place. Again, if it feels safe, you can close your eyes. Otherwise, fix your gaze somewhere in front of you or just soften the muscles around your eyes. And release effort in your breathing, and especially in your abdomen. Releasing effort in your breathing and definitely in your abdomen. Start to expand your awareness to everyone else that's in this practice right now. Whether or not you know them, just expand your awareness to the other beings in this practice right now. And then if there are other beings in the place that you are, the building or the house that you're in, expand your awareness to them. And then expand your awareness to the other people in your neighborhood or beings in your neighborhood. In your county. in your city. In your state. Expand your awareness to every person in this country. Expand your awareness to every single person in this country. On this continent. Expand your awareness to every person, every being in the world. May all beings be at ease. May all beings be at peace. May all beings be free from suffering, without exception. Without exception. And just imagine what that might feel like for every single being to be without suffering. What would that even be like? If your mind can't really imagine it, that's okay, because it's a hard one. But you can always bring your attention back to the one that you love and how you feel when you are with that being. And maybe, what would it feel like if we all had that same feeling towards everyone? What would that even be like? When you're ready, you can deepen your breath. Bring your awareness back into your own body. back into your own space. If you're laying down, please take your time to find your way up to a comfortable seat. You can keep your hands, you can place your hands in your lap, or you can bring your hands to your heart center. Whatever feels better for you is perfect. See if you can find your pulse somewhere, your heartbeat. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. That means peace, peace, peace. Thank you so much for your practice today.